sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy.
That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now.
Good afternoon, everybody is well. Thank you for coming back and joining us for another Sunday lunchtime live. I hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a great weekend. So, it's hashtag week announcement, and obviously we've got Halloween at the end of the month, so we want to try and do something for Halloween. Last year we did hashtag witch, so this week or this year we're going to do hashtag cauldron. Now I know I've turned a cauldron before. But this time I'm going to try and do a nice chunky one so we can actually use it for sweeties. So we'll see what happens. Not sure what wood it is. I just found it underneath my bench. Obviously it's been sat there a while. I brushed all the dust off of it. We've got a few little cracks in the bottom here that I'm hoping I can part them out. There's no cracks in the top here, which is the bigger part. So hopefully we're going to get away with no cracking. If we get time, we will colour and see what happens. But that is the hashtag cauldron. So as always, this will run for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today is, where's my mouse gone? There it is. 2 weeks today is the 16th. Can't hear you because your mic's up in your head. Oh, you're eating. Oh, okay. So 2 weeks from today is the 16th. So if you could get the pictures into me by the 14th, then that would be tremendous. Then I can do the montage ready for the 16th of this month. So as always, send all your photographs to skkrafts at btinnet.com. Put my teeth back in. skkrafts at btinnet.com. And then I can do the montage. So other than that, I'm going to crack on. Nick will welcome you all in now she's finished eating her lunch.
Sip my coffee.
Sip my coffee, wash it all down. So anyway, we're going to get over and start making this cauldron. So I'm going to start roughing this out while Nick welcomes you all in.
Well, hello there. Good afternoon. Just put the phone on silent. Okay, so we will welcome in, as always. He is first, Woodward by column. Then we've got Sid's repurposing. He says that the daylight saving has started.
Good.
So lunchtime lives are now 10:30 p.m.
Lunchtime lives, late night lives for him.
Oh, the inevitable thing again, and stupid things jump down. So we have Michael McEwen, like I said, Sid's repurposing, copper wood turning, blue light turners workshop, John Scarborough, Wedgwood Works, Doug Miller wood spinning around, Shane Hurst, Chris Dodds, Jim Matthew, Roy's the Boy, Leroy 500, Colin Izzard. We also have Paul Hoyt and the Greasby Turner, Ryan with a Y, Mr. G's wood turning, Steve Hale, Roger Kent. What else have we got on here today? Benjamin, Barry's Wood Creations, Pod at Glen Cove Woodworks, Amy, hi Amy, Wivey Woodshed, Pete from Twisted Tweeze.
See?
Apparently there's an echo. Woodturning by Barry. The Wood Dude. You hear me?
Yeah, I've done it. Should be right now.
Terry TJ Turner. And I think that is it. If I've missed anyone, just put your name at the bottom and I will give you a shout out. I'm just putting in Steve's email address for the hashtag Cauldron Week. Yeah, Would do. That's nice hair as well. Making the most, getting the washing out. It's 11 o'clock where Amy is.
Is it? Wow. Dedication. Thank you.
Pete's put, blimey, there's two Nickies again. You know what? You wouldn't cope with me. Two of me. Anyway, welcome all to our Sunday, or Steve, should I say, Sunday lunchtime live. No carrot chopping today, I'm afraid, but I will be preparing some potatoes and cabbage for the rabbits. Nick Castle's on as well. Wesley Hannah.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Everything's fallen off my shelf.
Sorry about if there was the echo before. He's just not very well sorted, is he?
Just sack him.
You wouldn't cope with two of me.
I can't cope with one of you. I don't know two of you.
Yeah. So it should be. Your lave's certainly wobbling well.
It is. Big boy of wood.
That's all the men say. Amy put technology. I put no. That is Steve. He's just useless. Shane Hurst. Where are you then? He said it's 8:10 where he is. So they're 5 hours below us.
Got to be America somewhere. Oh.
So Amy's 11 o'clock. Is that 11 o'clock on the 1st or 11 o'clock on the 2nd?
They're ahead of us. So in an hour's time, she'll be in tomorrow.
Oh, Shane Hurst is Tennessee.
Amy is a time traveller.
Oh, Pete, you're not funny. He put 3:09 here. Brian's on. Hi, Brian. Art of Woodturning. William Kenny's on as well. Ash at Kitey's Shed.
Hi, Ash. I'm just trying to get this round before I get too excited.
6:10 where Wesley Hannah is. For MDT. Not sure where that is. Oh, Todd's in Denver.
That's just down the road.
No, you're Wally. Denver's
America.
Abroad. In a different place.
So This is a bit of out of shape, as you can see. So once I get a bit of shape on it, we'll be all right. Or get it round, we'll be all right.
Oh, such a pain. Michael McEwen's in the west coast of Canada. It's 5:10 a.m. You people are dedicated to getting up that early. I won't get up early to watch him.
Thanks, Nick.
Ruby
Nothing like support from your partner, is there? Eh?
Claire's on as well. Sorry, I missed
Hi.
you, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby. How are you?
You drank your coffee.
No, not yet.
Christine and Michael Heseltine on.
Hello, Christine and Michael. Hope you're both well. Gonna try and get a little bit of shape to it, and then I'm gonna hopefully put a tenon on the end.
Colin Izzard said the wood looks like holly.
Okay. Already got a clue what it is, because like I say, I got given loads of wood when I first started, and I just chucked it under the bench.
Can't you do that thing with your camera? You know, like you can with plants and stuff.
Well, I don't know if it always picks it up with bark.
So Peter, they're into that, isn't it? Oh, there you go. Look, that's something Pete could do, couldn't he?
What's that? Design an app.
Can't Pete? You're the tech man. Design an app so you can say what types of wood they are. Got any smell to it?
Smells sweet.
Ward Wilson's on
I
from
will.
Arizona.
Alright, so we just clean this up here. We'll be nearly right down to where
Right,
we
I'll
can
be back
go.
in a minute.
Alright, while she's gone, let's talk about her. I think it's still a little bit green because you can feel the moisture in the shavings. So we're nearly there, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. I'm up to my knees in shavings and we're nearly there. So just this little bit here to get rid of. It's close. It's close enough, I think. We'll lose the rest of that when we're actually getting some shape to our cauldron, I think. So we'll put a tenon on the end here. So part and tool. Get a bigger part and tool now, it'd be easier. A little easier to Right, let's get the thin part and tool in there and see if we can clean some of that muck out. Right, so we'll take that just as a little bit bigger than the spigot that we've got it on. And then we should be able to get a nice tenon on there. Now it's flat. So remember when you're using your parting tool, you're pushing uphill. So you're using it as a cut. If you're going like that, you're scraping. You want to cut. Then as you come to a certain point, you're then bringing the handle up to follow the edge of the piece down. Got a very sweet smell to it. We'll just finish off with a small parting tool. So as always, it's your interpretation to a cauldron or broth pot, whatever you want to call it, witch's cook pot. So now we can get that into our chuck. It's very sweet smelling. Move the shavings out of the way. She's obviously deserted me. God. So it's still quite moist, so put that in there, bring our tailstock back up, find our centre point back. That will locate into our chuck. Lift that up. Because it's still moist, we're going to keep checking it. She's back. Don't say nothing. Don't tell her what we said.
Right. Have you greeted anyone or?
I haven't read anything. I have been concentrating on this.
Yeah, right. So,
Right.
Pete said he's already done it and it always answers tree wood.
Tree wood.
Wedgwood said, I think it's a fruit wood based on the bark.
Yeah, it smells sweet, so I would imagine so.
William Kenny said, sorry, missed the start of the project. It's Cauldron. Hashtag Cauldron week. Always asked her if his workshop's finished. Is it?
Sorry, say?
Terry's workshop finished.
On my part is.
John Scarver said, I missed what you're making and what wood is it? Like I say, we're not sure what the wood is. It's hashtag Cauldron week. Rex B's on.
Oh, Rex, how you doing?
Pete's put Terry's link in for Monday. Benjamin said, I never use the chuck between centres. I know it's more convenient, but I find it gets in the way. No, Rex, I'm not decorating the cauldron. So Brian's getting full fibre this week. Installed on Thursday. Lovely jubbly.
Yay!
Wedge said, I always put my tenon on the live centre side between centres to avoid the chuck.
Loads of room in there.
Amy said, could it be apple? Pete said he thinks it's apple wood. Dr. Bob's on.
Hi, Dr. Bob, how are you?
He's been earworming for a local church service. That's why he's a bit late. Don't matter. Wedge said he's betting fruit wood of some sort.
Oops. Do. Right, let's change that over. Start getting some shape to the side of it.
Benjamin said, keep saying moist, Steve.
Moist. Ooh.
Someone else said it looks like holly. Colin said he did a cauldron last year. Does that count?
Well, if you want to cheat, Colin.
So Terry says, notice to all, I'll be doing a pop-up live tomorrow at 1 o'clock just before Pete Twisted Trees does his live with a tour of my workshop, which is progressing. If I don't appear, it's because I'm still at the hospital appointment, so apologies in advance and I'll do it another day. Copper said, say what, Steve?
Yes. Good job I'm not easily offended, isn't it, with you lot?
Yeah, I want to see what my husband's been up to, Terry, so pity I'm at work. I don't watch your pop-up live.
It's on playback. In between bacon sandwiches and coffee, we've done well.
That's the only reason you go. You're hoping to find an excuse to go back next Saturday.
Well, you don't do me bacon sandwiches no more.
Made you crumpets. What more do you want? Terry said he's sitting in his workshop and Ruth bought him a bacon and cheese toastie and a cup of tea. She's too good to you.
You know why she did that, don't you?
Keep
That's
you
just-
out there.
That's just to say, thank God, peace and quiet.
It's quite. I bet it's changed a lot because obviously when we went, there was loads of stuff in there.
Well, still loads of stuff in there. It's just what we're looking for. So I want to just get a little bit of shape in here. The hell, get there. So we need spindle gouge now, just to get a bit of roundness on this. A bit pointy, the spindle gouges. So cauldron, in my eyes, should be bulbous at the bottom, and then a narrow neck, and then a wide rim. That's my interpretation of a cauldron. Am I right? No input.
Sorry.
I said a bulbous bottom into a shallow neck with a wide rim.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll just Google it.
Bit of speed on that, I think.
Right. Sorry, I've missed the chat now. Rick said, looks like a big chalice which would hold Wayne's bottle of wine. That wouldn't be in there long enough.
In here.
Copper House said he was making coffee. Scott said, my wife don't do me bacon sandwiches or coffee in bed anymore either, Steve. Steve, do you get a cup of tea now too? No, he's had a coffee. Brian put never happens in my house. Unfortunately, his wife didn't take him cups of drink.
Favouritism. Oh, it's a big hunk out of my bloomin' doofy, what we call it.
Ben said he's run out of tea bags, so he's too lazy to go and get some more, so he's having a drink like stuff that comes out the tap. Blech. Amy's eating popcorn. Roy said, I don't believe that. Brian. Wedge said he said, I've got coffee and fresh laid eggs. Lovely.
What, in the same cup? It's a strange mixture.
Woodridge Bacon said, are you putting feet on it? See, cauldrons should have feet on, shouldn't they?
They should do.
Dara's on.
Hi, Dara. Right, let's got rid of that. So now
Grandma
we've got
Ruth Tube's on as well.
my roof.
She put, sorry she's late, she's been busy filling Terry's stomach. Yeah, and keeping him out of the house, isn't you? That's a good thing. When I'd done Steve's crumpets, I went, you can't come in. I said, you have to go eat in your workshop because I'm going to need to mop the floor. Woodridge Bacon said he's never had breakfast in bed.
Oh, I don't know what to say to that one.
Pete's having a Premier Inn breakfast this morning. Where are you then, Pete? I'm nosy, ain't I?
Don't tell her, Pete.
Dara's having Black Rifle Espresso Mocha, trying to wake up so she can go to work. AGK Woodworks is on.
Andy.
Scott said, even tried laying in this morning as I knew she wanted to change the bed, hoping a coffee would appear, but no, had to get up and use the Tassimo. Wesley's on his second cup of coffee. I do like Premier in breakfast. They are pretty good. Roy said he had a great breakfast at the hotel in Yorkshire this morning. We like Yorkshire, don't we?
Aye. Be up there again next month, Roy. I'm going to put a round edge on this. Around the top of my children. Small. Just start to make my return on the top. You still see what I'm doing? No. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm just removing a bit of this now. I'm just using a half-inch, no half-inch, a half-inch, maybe a half-inch spindle gouge on this, just to.
So Dr. Bob said the shape of a cauldron is determined by what coven you belong to or practice your art in.
I'm going to give up today. That's 3 times I've done that now.
What? Done what?
The gouge keeps snatching back.
Right. Roy said he went to a wedding yesterday. Very nice. Pete said went to a corporate party last night in the Midlands, free beer and food, but to take full advantage we had to stay over. Home now though. Don't blame you. Brian said he had porridge again this morning after the fry-ups when Joe and Glyn were here. Mr. G's on his 4th cup of tea. Yorkshire tea. Colin's
Sorry.
on his 3rd pint of coffee.
You can keep your tea.
Benjamin had leftover cheeseburger pizza for lunch. I think next day pizza and takeaway's the best. So we ordered a Chinese last night and we're having it tonight. A bum bum? No.
It's quite witty for you, actually, that was. Right.
Well, I was going to cook a roast and then the old man said, oh, really fancy Chinese.
I do. I don't really fancy roast.
I'll be having it tomorrow, so. I suppose I'll peel these potatoes, I just can't be bothered. My hip's playing up today.
Right, so we need to try
It's
and
gone
hollow.
from my neck to my hip.
Need to try and hollow some of that out now. So let's just. Excuse me.
So, Reef, your house is coming together nicely.
Swig of my coffee.
We'll have to pop over again at some stage, won't we? Not you, because you keep eating all her bacon sandwiches.
I went me ask Jay, mate, eats all the bacon sandwiches, not me. I only had one, Jay had all the rest. Right, so I think I might take some of that out
Terry
with a
had
force of
breakfast
it.
as well. He had bran flakes, blueberries, and sliced apple.
Jesus.
Yeah, Roy, I said no carrots. That just be. I'm going to prepare some potatoes. I've got that many carrots in the freezer. They need using up. So, Brian with a Y has now changed to Brian turning things around. Is that the same one, do you think?
I don't know.
Are you the same as the Brian with the Y that I couldn't pronounce where you was from? If so, he's put, hi Steve, please could you tell me the lights you... Right, let me read that. Hi Steve, please could you tell me the lights you turn on when you go to the lathe for the screening YouTube or to see the work better?
They are 36 watt LED overhead lights. I think they're about 300 mil across, maybe a little. Let me just cut this out and I'll have a look. I'll measure them for you. Off of eBay? No, don't. They're off of Amazon. See, I told you that was moist. Look at the steam coming out of that.
Ruth said it's almost done. Just a couple of things to do. Like Terry needs to put a painting on the wall. Yeah, I've got a picture that my uncle, well Steve's uncle, done for me. Beautiful picture with elephants, and it is just stuck on the side at the moment.
I did mention to Terry about yesterday getting over and hanging it for you.
Wesley said, only drink tea on the rare occasion I get sick, then it has a healthy shot of whiskey, lemon and honey. We don't drink tea at all, do we, mate?
No.
Haven't done for years. Pete said, got nothing in to cook tonight. Was going to drop into Nikki for a Sunday roast, but there isn't going to be one. Laurie, oh, I don't know how to pronounce your surname. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a different Brian. So it's got Brian with a Y, El Torno de something, and then we've got another Brian with a Y.
Okay.
Turning things around. Oh, right.
Right, well, let me just dig this out and I will tell you what.
Laurie. Sobirage? No, I'm not even going to try that. So, hi, Laurie. Benjamin said moist.
Very moist, Ben.
Pete said 10 inches or 250 mil, I think, Steve.
Yeah, that sounds
Dr.
familiar.
Bob said another fun fact is the job of the warlock makes the cauldron. So we've got two Brians with a Y now.
Oh, no.
Brian at Hartwood said my lights are 10 inches, I think. Let me see if I can get this. Have a look at. Oh, what's happened? Oh, whoa.
230 mil.
How do I get this screen to work?
Well, they gone off.
No, I closed the bit you had up for search, and now if I press it again, I've got to open another one, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's all right, I got it. No, why is it not staying on both, Steve? Oh, I've got to drag it over.
Yeah. Same as it always was.
Excuse me, don't speak to me like that. There you go, this is the one I want. Actually, that one's quite nice. Is it going to have a handle? Cauldrons have handles.
Well, that might do. I've got a drawer handle I can put on it.
They smell nice. So Laurie's surname is Sobiri. Copper Owl said, my wife and I watched Hocus Pocus last night. She'd never seen it. I'd like to watch the first one and then watch the second one again.
There's a new one coming out, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying. The second one's out, so Dr. Bob, but if it is streaming, that is actual proof that Steve is your warlock.
Right, so let's get the Hope follower on it. And
going to measure your lights, won't you?
230 mil.
Oh my God.
So can you see that? Not really, can you? Tail stop close. No. See if you can see on that one. Can you see on that one, or am I going to be in the way?
Oh, Roy said, I think Brian wants to know, Steve, if you use the lights for when you're on YouTube or for when you're turning.
Both. They're mainly for turning, but if I turn them off, that's how dark it is. It's quite dark, so they're over the lathe for when I'm turning, but I use them for both. Because obviously, if I didn't have them on, you wouldn't see nothing.
It's a bit blurry.
Is
And
it?
the print's fine in the background, I
Yeah,
suppose.
well, we don't want to be looking at print, do we? We want to be looking at the.
Benjamin said, Steve, maybe you could put the witch inside the cauldron and put the lid on. Maybe glue it on. You don't like that witch, do you?
Let's focus it in a bit better. Let's focus that in a little bit better.
Did you see it's out of focus or not?
There you go.
Yeah, look. Come and have a quick look at these pictures of cauldron.
That's the sort of thing I'm going for.
That one.
Yeah, that sort of shape.
Okay. Whatever boats you float.
Well, the other one looks like a bucket. Right.
It's starting to smell now.
That's Shibo.
Jim Matthews said he's getting back to finishing off the inside of his workshop. Sorry, Jim Matthews said he's getting back to finish off the inside of his workshop. Now his time is a bit freer. Yeehaw!
A hard bit there. Let's go for a different tool. Let's go for the Pro Hollerer. I'll put the handles back on it though, because I took the handles off of it yesterday because I was hollowing out that vase, bars, whatever you want to call it. So I'll put the handles back on it. I can get them back on.
Boy, Pete loves you really, Nikki. Pete said, Steve, maybe the witch could use the cauldron to make a travelling spell. Then she could visit Ben from time to time. Benjamin put, I dislike Pete's idea.
I don't know what you've got against my witch, Ben. I really don't. So I'm using the Simon Hope Pro Hollower for this. It's a little tiny 6mm carbide, and it really hogs it out.
Brian turning things around said, hi, Steve, I'm not Brian with a Y, I'm another Brian, but from what you just done with the lights, it's the same as my workshop.
Yeah, well, I've got no windows in there, so.
Amy said, colour it red and purple.
Who?
Amy. JP Woodworks is on.
Hey, GP, how you doing? So let's just have a look at that. Still quite a bit to come out of it, I think, but I just don't want to get too carried away. It's got a bit of depth coming out of that and all, I think. Yeah, goes a bit deeper than that. Take a bit more out of the middle of that, I suppose, with the force and a bit. It's not as deep as I thought it was. Right, let's just take a little bit more out of the bottom of that then. Try that. See how deep that is. Get
And
the
my
Hoover.
Ruth said she's loving the shape.
Thank you, Ruth. That's
Um,
small better.
John Scarborough said, what angle are you presenting the tool carbide, please?
Right, the carbide is going in virtually straight. I'll show. Let me just get rid of this force a bit, and I'll show you. I copied Brian, and I put a parallel line. I put two lines on it. I put a parallel line on it, which is in line with the carbide, so I know when it's in where the carbide is pointing. And then I put a roughly, well, I suppose it's 22.5 degrees, maybe 20 degrees, just so if you don't want such an aggressive cut, you can turn it just a little tiny bit. So at the moment, I'm going in straight to give me a nice aggressive cut to remove the material.
Like aggressive. Len's handcrafted wood signs is on.
Right then, how you doing?
Boys a boy said, Steve, have you got the bent tip that you can use with that cutter?
No, but I have got a hooked carbide cutter that I'm going to use for it. Right, so I'm going to bring that out a little bit so I can get in there. And I'm going to put a handle on this, long handle on this,
Dr. Bob
because
said, Steve, what do you like better and why? 6mm carbide versus 6mm cup?
don't know. Well, that is the cup piece actually. That's not the. If you look at it, it is a cup. It is a cup cutter, not a carbide. Sorry.
Radar the wood turners on. You didn't answer this question though, Steve.
I like these Simon Hope cup cutters because I think they're really good for removing the material. I'm going to move this camera around just a little bit. You might be able to see what I'm doing. That's better. Now I've got a bit of weight on the end of the handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take as much as I can out of the bottom, trying to follow the shape, and then I'll get the hook cutter. You can see how well it actually removes the material. It removes it really, really well. Get rid of some of that material out of there. Knock the stream deck over, will be great. See, disadvantage, you get to a stage where you can't see nothing because there's that much material in there.
Terry said, Grandma, Ruth and I have to go shopping this afternoon, so we'll catch the rest later. Time to go. Great job so far, Steve.
See you later, Terry. Have a good day.
Radar said, are you going to make a lid for your cauldron?
No, I doubt it.
It's taken long enough to do this.
Hey?
And nothing, love you.
So I'll just try and get rid of that dimple in the bottom from the force of it. And the art is not to go through the side. Don't want to be going through the side.
Roy put tut tut Nikki.
So just curve that a little bit more in there.
Brian said, Michelle and I are going shopping after you finish, Steve, so take your time, Steve. She might go without me.
You can't get out of that easy, Brian. You can't get out of it that easy. Oh, you tart. Just that little
Take your
bit.
time. Just
I am taking my time, but just that little bit too much pressure. Because it's so aggressive. I'm not aggressive, I don't suppose. Just so sharp. Right, so that's fairly equal all the way through. Could take a little bit more out of the bottom, but I'm not going to because I want to shape the bottom a little bit more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the hooked one and I'm going to just clean that inside up a little bit. Not so aggressive, so I can just spend a bit of time cleaning it up a little bit. It's got rid of most of those tool marks, so just got a few in there to get rid of.
I think the chat's gone to sleep.
They're bored.
What was my role? Oh, he's joking. Oh, he's joking. How big are the windows upstairs? Do you know roughly?
Whose windows?
Our windows.
How the hell do I know?
Well, you should know how big the window thing is.
Right, so
Useless.
I'm
Steve,
concentrating.
something that I don't hear from demonstrate is the importance of the use of the longer tool and the counterweight it provides.
Yeah, with a handle.
Sorby Pro handle system with screw-in weight.
I don't use that. I use the Simon Hope. On the one I was using, the Pro Hollow, I had an 18-inch handle on that. So, and you can tell the difference as soon as I put the long handle on it. The tool acts are totally different. I think that's going to do. That'll do me. Right, so we just need to shape this neck. It's a bit chunky. So I'll move that back a bit. So we're just going to thin that neck out. Let's put that camera back a bit. Let's come on this camera now.
The Nicky, the windows are hopefully slightly smaller than the holes they fill. I need to do the one in our bedroom. I'm just having a look because once we've got cases in that big room, we need to sort our room out. Collins would originally said to use that long handle, I'd have to use it outside the shed lol.
What am I looking for? Spindle gouge. It's on the bench. Just round it off a little bit. So we've got a nice thin edge going into our cauldron. So just stop that and check that. There's a great big inclusion coming through this. I'm hoping it's going to hang on there. Got a great big inclusion there, so I'm hoping that's going to hang on and not pop out. And we've got another bit there as well. That's on the inside, so hopefully we can keep that. Right, so let's get some Abranet out and sand that up. So I'm going to start with a bit of 120. Slow it down a little bit. Put the extraction on. Hold on to it, Steve, and you'll be all right.
You better fingers today.
I am. I've dropped everything. When I was making that mount earlier for that, them monitors, I dropped it twice. Dropped all the screws. I need a 6-month holiday. That's what I need.
Amy said, love the shape, Steve.
Thank you, Amy.
Colin said he had to cut a bit out of his record chisels as they was too long to use.
Oh, nice.
Benjamin said it's interesting about the handle thing. Some turners prefer the aluminium handles as they're heavier and can be filled with more weight, and others prefer wooden handles because they're lighter.
Yeah. I do like the Simon Hope handles. I will be honest. They got a nice bit of weight to them, especially the 18-inch one.
Have you told people about the problem you're having with knowing if people are paying on the Dementia UK?
I did mention it Friday.
Raffle tickets.
Anybody who buys raffle tickets, for some reason, people are finding that hard to leave a comment. Oops. So if you buy raffle, oh, for God's sake, if you buy raffle tickets, excuse me, if you buy raffle tickets, send me a message once you've purchased your raffle tickets of what you've bought the raffle tickets for, and I will make a note of it. so you don't have to worry about leaving a comment on the GoFundMe page.
No, it's not. It's not GoFundMe. Is it
Yeah,
crowdfund? The other
no,
one's
it's
crowdfunder.
It's GoFundMe. So go and purchase your tickets, and then send me a personal message or a messenger message or whatever you want to call it, or an email, whatever's easiest for you, and just let me know what the money's for, what tickets you want to, what raffle prize you want to be entered into. Should have stayed with Go Crowd or Crowdfunder or whatever it was. That
I
was
know,
easier.
but like you said, you weren't sure, was you?
I was just a little bit dubious since last year. I never had no reply from Salvation Army. I don't know whether they got it or not. So, right, so let's go back up now. And when you do the GoFundMe, you don't have to. You can adjust the amount that they take. If you put it down to 0, they don't take any commission from the funds.
Wesley Hannah said a little thin CA help hold the inclusions.
It will.
Woodridge by Corin said I find heavy handles easier for hollowing. Roy said I'm doing a nice walnut fruit bowl with some lovely grain, but what's the best finish to use as it will be used for fruit?
I'd put an oil on it, I would personally.
You can
It's
get
going to be a
proper
fruit bowl.
food oil, can't you?
Yeah, if it's going to be used for food, I'd put an oil on it. Danish oil, something like that. Danish oil is safe.
With Dude said, is it hashtag cold and weak? Yep, it is.
It is.
Wedgwood said, heavier better for counterbalance when hollow and extended far over the tool rest, lighter handle better for the fine control and finesse. Doug said exactly, Con, heavier to hollow is a plus. Barbara's got a question. I couldn't see a ticket purchase section, Steve. How do I just donate and let you know what tickets I want?
Yeah, exactly. Do that, mate, because last year in Crowdfunder, there was a section where you could leave a comment, quite easy to find. There must be a section there because some people have left a comment, but people are finding that hard to find it. So donate what you want, and then just send me a personal message or an email of what you want the ticket, what you want your money to go through. So, say you pay £6 and you want a ticket for all for one, then just put
No, £8 because there's 4.
£8, and then just send me a message saying one ticket for each or whatever, and then they'll get sorted.
Woody's Racon said that was disgusting. They couldn't even bother to reply to you. So much better this time. Yeah, he's got a lot of contact this time. The only thing is like Steve said, we don't know whether they got the money. So at least this time he's with Dementia UK. He's someone who he can be in constant contact with so once obviously the money's in and he can say that's going over, he can contact this person and just make sure that they are getting it. So yeah. Wedge said, where did you get the magic disappearing sandpaper?
I might tell you, I might stay in bed today. Everything I've touched, I've either dropped or ridiculous. Anybody I think I was 50?
I nearly said anyway, you nearly are, but you are 50.
Right, so that's the neck done. So let's get a little bit of speed on that and just do the body.
Talking of birthdays, did you see my thing on Facebook?
No.
Put a comment on with a big hint.
For who?
For you, the kids, for my birthday.
What makes you think you're going to get anything?
Yeah, probably won't. Just earache.
So hard done by, hey.
Just earache.
Right, let's get some shape on this.
I'd like a bracelet to match my necklace.
I'd like a day of peace and quiet.
You had an evening, what more do you want? And then kicked me out of bed because you're snoring.
I didn't kick
Made
you
me
out of
sleep
bed.
on the sofa.
Don't listen to the inner voice. Don't listen to the inner voice.
Wood Dude said, having made many wooden handles from various woods, I like my Big Simon Hope multi-change handle the best.
Yeah, so do I.
Barry's Wood Creation says, Stevie, wait till you get to 70. He won't make it that far if he keeps it up, I'm telling you. Amy put, Steve, Nikki wants to come and experience an Aussie summer.
She can go.
Our some of our family just gone over to Australia. Well jealous.
Right, so I like that shape. Just going to lose a little bit off the back end of this.
Where is it where that bloke told you that time? Can you remember to go to from the agency?
Can't remember that.
I can't remember where
It's a
he said.
long time ago.
Yeah. I went Australia, it was New Zealand, wasn't it?
Yeah, New Zealand.
Steve's little stint where he was out of work, we went to an agency and he said, oh my God, he said, your skill set, he said, you really ought to consider emigrating to New Zealand. But we couldn't leave our family, could we?
Well, certain ones of them anyway.
No, we couldn't. Went on phone. Ben said, I don't like the shape or feel of the Hope handles. Which was by Colin said, the Hope handles are great. I have the medium one with 3 heads, but the rubber rings have perished. Can you get replacements?
Yes, you can. They're on the website.
Radar said he made a cold one out of black walnut and sold it to his boss at work. That sounds nice. Benjamin said they're just O-rings, Colin. Brian just said they're O-rings. Should be able to source them locally.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wesley Hannah's got a question for the chat. Anyone in the States know where to get a Hope Pro sander? Seems all I can find originate from UK and I can't justify more shipping than the sander.
Got to be somewhere in America who sells them.
Would it be cheaper to buy me a plane ticket and I'll bring you one over?
Don't be frighten the poor bloke like that. We're trying to gain subscribers, not lose them.
Doug Miller said you can't wait. Apparently Hope doesn't export.
But that's only since COVID, though, isn't it? I thought he exported before COVID. So if that's the case, there might be someone who's got one in stock.
Dr. Bob said dementia's really starting. My father suffered from it and I often forget who I was, but would spend hours in his woodshop building things for his local children's home, including turning.
It's a horrible disease for sure.
Wesley Hannah said, short of that, any recommendations of an inertia sander? The first one I bought didn't have bearings and has already given up the ghost. So anyone can recommend that for Wesley that's in the States?
I wouldn't know in the States personally.
No, didn't say you, did I?
Sander. Right, let's get this sanded up at the bottom there. That's good, can't get in there now.
Enchanted Wood Designs is on, says darn late again, looks nice. Welcome to the chat.
Right, so that's got that many grits chucked on the bench here. What's the time, Nick?
2:15. Might have to finish that next week, mate. Are you going to colour it?
I was going to.
Yeah, you might have to do that next week.
I can finish it during the week and then just show people next Sunday. So they can still do their piece. They ain't got.
Yeah, I know, but they might want to see how you do it.
That's 120, 240. Actually, 180 would be good. I can find a 180. 180.
Colin said he's just checked Hope's website and 60p for a set of rings.
Yeah, then the postage will be about £3, Colin. To stick them in an envelope. $240. $240.
Mr. G said all you need now, Steve, is a couple of goldfish.
Yeah. If I drew a couple of holes in that, I'll be able to see what the.
We put in $5.95 shipping to Colin. The O-rings. You must be able to get them like from Screwfix or.
No, if you went to a like a Haley's or something, Haley's bearings, if you got one local to you, Colin, I would imagine they would sell bearings. I mean O-rings, or go on eBay and just measure the size you need and go on eBay and see if you can get some O-rings on eBay. Right, so what I'm going to do quickly before we go, I can see through there. I can see daylight through there. I'm going to give that a quick dosing of colour. And then it's down to you guys. Do you want me to finish it off next Sunday, or do you want me to finish it off during the week and show you? I'm not bothered either or. You tell me what you want, and I'll do whatever. So let's get an airbrush.
And I said they're sick of you, they don't want to see you next week.
Yeah, they're sick of you. Seeing enough of you this year. We don't want to see any more. That's red. You don't want that one. Bit of black.
Apparently, Bearing Boys sell bearings and rubber seals. Donna Love Angel Artist is on. Good afternoon, all.
Hi, Donna. How you doing?
Said looks good, Steve.
Thank you very much. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give us a dosing of black Hampshire Sheen black. Oh, I look purple then. So just give it a coat inside.
Wedge says, looks great, Steve.
Thank you.
Copperhouse said, lovely shape, Steve. Dr. Bob, tip to all. If you want European brand tools, look online for them from our northern neighbour Canada because of the exchange and taxes. Would do say, can you finish it now because he wants to let his lunch settle. Roy said, camera.
Camera? What's the matter with the camera?
Chris Dodd said, Steve, part 2, smiley face, thumbs up.
So I'll quite happily finish it next week if that's what you want.
What are you doing?
Spraying it. What do you think I'm doing? What are you on about? It's black.
Looks purple. Ruby said, are you making a lid, Steve?
I weren't going to, Ruby, but if I do it as a 2-part, I might do.
Is it going to be nice and shiny?
Do you want it nice and shiny?
Mm-hmm.
For you then, my darling, I will make it nice and shiny.
And then I want a pumpkin on the side as well.
You're just taking the mick now. You
You
always
get a
want
pumpkin template and just spray over the top of it.
Always want a black. I'll tell you what, I'll put a black pumpkin over it. There you go. How's that?
I'm not going to answer that because I mustn't swear. That's my glasses. Roy said it's plum. It does look purple, doesn't it? But
That's
apparently
not.
it is black.
It's black. Definitely black.
Apparently Wesley Woodturner sells sanded. Brian said, oh, you're such a creep, Steve.
Anything for a quiet life, Brian.
Benjamin said, a cauldron shouldn't look shiny, should look like cast iron.
Matte black, I agree, Ben.
Copper said, looks black to him.
It's black.
It did look purple, seriously, to start with.
Yeah, it did to start with. It is black. There you go, it is black, look.
Well, is it finished? I haven't taken the end off it.
No, I need to finish it, don't I? It's wet. Look, it's still wet.
Wedge says, seasoned cast iron shines.
Yeah. Boot waxed. Cast iron shines. Right. So we'll put some sand and sealer on it. Spray sand and sealer.
Can't believe we've managed to get through this without any interruptions.
From?
The people that put up rude things.
You shouldn't say that because we had loads in Friday night. Oh, my can's just run out.
Oh no.
Good job, got another one. In my cupboard. Good job I keep plenty of spares, isn't
Roy
it?
said you shouldn't use heat stove paint.
Heat stove paint. I was going to do it with ebonizing lacquer, but I fought against it.
He wants me to use this. Put our sweeties in. I don't get many sweets in there, mind.
It's alright, don't last long anyway.
Ben said if Steve keeps saying moist wood, they might pop in.
You got to think about moist, didn't you?
It's wet now.
Make sure we seal that well, because that's quite moist. Just for Ben. Keep you up,
Yeah.
So just let that dry off and then we'll give it another coat. You spin me round. See how it look black now, doesn't it? Look, looks black now.
Yep.
So what was the choice then? Was it me finish it in the week or was it me finish it next week? What do you guys want to see?
So Wood said, do I have to acquire a witch from somewhere to enter hashtag Cauldron Week?
No, you just got to turn. Just got to turn a cauldron. We haven't got to turn one. You could carve one out if you want to carve one out.
Copper said, I use a lot of sand and sealer like Steve.
Yeah, I use a lot of sand and sealer.
Len's handcrafted wood signs has got to go. He said, thank you, Steve and Nikki. See you all next week.
Thank you very much, Len. Have a good day. Have a good week. I just want to try and get that end grain sealed well. So when we come to buff it, we get a nice finish on it. Because like I've always said, it's all down to how you seal it, depending on how the finish you get on it. So it's worth spending that little bit of time getting your sand and sealer right.
Amy said next week. Roy said in the week. Finish it next week. Steve Michelle's is getting impatient. Chris Dodd said finish next Sunday. Ben said you can finish both the vase and the cauldron next week.
I've actually started doing the vase. The
Mr.
vase
G
is actually hollowed out now.
Mr. G said next week, please. Donna said she doesn't use any. That I'm not a woodworker. Hee hee. Wood Dude said, okay, which free cauldron will be in your inbox post haste, Steve?
Thank you.
Benjamin likes witches. You can always
does.
send Ben a witch.
Ben loves witches. Absolutely loves them. You wouldn't know which way to turn if you sent one.
Just show him where. Make him.
What, the witch? She's there. She's there, Ben, just for you. There she is. Oh, you can't see him. Can't see her. Wrong one. There she is, look.
Enchanted Wood Design says, well, the wife and sister-in-law already got candy, but I had not thought of a cauldron. Such a great idea.
Thank you.
Good idea. Are you a turner, Amy, or do you just come over to see?
She just comes over to see you.
No,
Or hear
she
you.
did any turning or not?
Right, so last coat of sand and sealer.
Donna went, which? Dr. Bob said next week.
Is next
In
week.
other words, get off now.
Yeah, we're bored of you now.
Jixie Sheds on.
Hi, John, how you doing?
Dr. Bob said with a lid.
Yeah, I will do a lid. If we're doing it, finishing off next week, I will do a lid.
William Kenny said, looks great, Steve. Look forward to seeing it finished. Bye for now.
See you later, William. Thanks for coming over. Like I say, I don't like to go no longer than about an hour and a half. So, right, that's all it's getting for sand and sealer. If that's the case, then we will finish it there.
Have you got a lathe, Amy? She said she's not turned yet, but hoping to learn soon.
What you want to do, Amy, is find a good channel that teaches you how to turn properly.
Ryan said, looks great so far, Steve.
Wait, Brian. Which Brian was that? We've got 3 of them in the chat now. Mr. Hartwood.
Jigsy said he's just chilling as much as he can with 2 kids running riot.
Yeah.
Colin said, what about feet and handles?
Yeah, they will all be done, Colin. Don't be impatient. Put these tools away.
Ben said, Amy, you should take lessons with Richard Raffin. Wesley Hannah said, looks great so far, Steve.
Thank you. Right, so that
Brian
one
Hart would put the original Brian with an eye.
Put that on there so that don't get damaged. I do like that Pro Hollow. That's a really good tool. Really good tool.
Enchanted Wood Design said, if you're lucky, you may find a wood turning club close to. Can learn a lot that way too.
Yep.
Michael said, Amy, you should ask Robbo for some lessons. Amy said, I'm going to get lessons from Robbo when he's back on his feet.
Yeah, he's a bit
I'm
poor.
saving for a live and going to tell my family to chip in too.
Christmas is around the corner. They all give you a few quid. Soon get it. Right, I'll clean the airbrush out when we're gone off live. Right, so that's all that. Let's just get the bin and clean some of this mess up quickly.
Mr. G said, looks lovely, just don't forget the goldfish, lol.
Gosh, goldfish.
Benjamin said, you'll always be the original Brian.
Brian
Brian, on account of your age.
Right, so let's come back. Right, so let's come back onto camera, turn them lights off. Right, so there we go. I didn't think I'd get it finished today, to be honest.
High on fumes now.
High on fumes, yeah, sand and sealer. I will get that finished next week. What I'll do is I'll let the sand and sealer dry, and I'll just buff it up a little bit, and then I'll part it off, and then we'll get ready to obviously do the lid and the feet, and I'll think of some way doing a handle. Not sure yet.
So Doug said, haven't heard for a while. How's Robbo doing these days? Amy said, my 40th birthday 3 days before Christmas.
Oh.
Brian with an eye said, thanks Ben, appreciate that, with laughing emojis.
Last time I heard from Robbo, he weren't doing too well. So how he is at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. Amy will perhaps know. Yeah, he's had a mini setback.
Yeah, you've read that.
Yeah,
I know. Setback.
Yeah, I know he weren't too well, like too good the last time I spoke to him. But hopefully he will be better in the near future.
Colin said, great live as always. Ta-ta for now, all stay safe.
Thank you very much. So anybody who would like to purchase raffle tickets for the Makers Auction, like I said, go over to the GoFundMe. The link is in the description of this video. It's also on the link on the. There's also any of the Facebook links. It's on there, the GoFundMe page, and also it's in the Makers Auction Facebook page as well. If you want raffle tickets, then please go over and pay your GoFundMe. Then message me or email me with which raffle you would like the money to go towards, whether it be one of them or all four of them, and how many tickets for each, blah, blah, blah. And then me and Nick will make sure. Nick has now done a spreadsheet, so we know exactly who's going where for what tickets. So on the night, we know where they go for the draws. All the raffles will be drawn on the night, live on the tubes. So, and then obviously, as soon as the winner's picked, their details will be passed on to the person who has donated the gift, and then you guys can arrange shipping. So, other than that, I think that's about it. Thank you for everybody who's already bought raffle tickets. Very much appreciate it. I think at the moment we've hit 206 quid, I think it was. So a massive thank you to everybody who's bought tickets. And I'm sure some of you will buy some between now and the auction on the 21st. We'll actually close the raffle tickets on the evening of the auction just before we go live. What time should we say? 6 o'clock?
What day is that on?
21st.
Yeah, what day?
Friday.
So yeah, probably 6. Just give us time to make sure we've got everybody.
Yeah, and exactly.
Everyone will be allocated a number randomly. I'll go through a number generator, and you'll all be given a random number, and then on the evening, Steve will set up a number generator like you did before, didn't you?
Yep.
And that'll then bring the number up, and we'll say what raffle we're doing, and then you'll see who's won it. That's just the best way to do it, we thought, rather than giving the first 5 people numbers 1, 2, and 3.
And 4 and 5.
AGK Woodwork said, thank you, Steve and Nikki.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, so we will close the auction, the raffle at 6 o'clock on the 21st of October. Obviously, I'll let you know. Anybody who's doing lives between now and then, I'm hoping they're going to sort of going to shout about the makers auction and the raffle, this, that, and the other. So it would be very much appreciated from them guys.
All for a good cause, and
yeah,
we don't touch any of the money. It all goes through the Fund Me page. We don't, no one sends us any money at all. It's all done through that. So we don't want to be worrying about money.
I don't want to be touching it.
No, it all goes to them. We don't get nothing out of it. Just the pleasure of being able to raise a bit of money to help a very good cause.
Exactly, and it is a good cause. It is a very good cause, and like I say, everybody who's taken part already, I really appreciate it. So other than that, I think we're ready to go. So right, so a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys who's coming over. Don't forget #Cauldron Week. Pete's Terry's on tomorrow doing a workshop walk around. So make sure you go and check out Terry's new workshop. He's put a lot of hard work into it, so I'm sure you guys are going to appreciate that. And also, I believe Pete's on for a little bit after Terry, so
Yeah,
go and check that out as well. No Brian tomorrow night. Brian is holding off until he's got his new fibre in. So no Brian tomorrow night. I don't know if anybody's covering it. I don't know if I will. But if I do, then that'll be a pop-up. It won't be nothing major. It might just be a bit of a Q&A and a bit of a chat. Which would be nice. Just have a bit of a Q&A, ask some questions, see if we can get some feedback, and see how we go from there.
Brian's put, bye guys, hopefully see you on Friday. I've just put the
Thursday,
hashtag,
that says.
Thursday, sorry, #Cauldron Week, and Steve's internet address in case anyone needs it to send over their pictures for the #Cauldron Week.
Yeah, so if you can get the pictures over to me by the 14th of this month, that would be great, and then we will finish that next Sunday. So obviously that's going to be a bit more in depth now rather than just a quick knockout cauldron. So like we say, we'll do the feet and we'll do a lid for it and hopefully and some sort of handle. Not sure what handle yet, but we'll have a look.
So Radar said, nice job Steve, Nikki, see you all later, take care. Copper Hour, great time again, thanks Steve and Nikki, bye everyone. Barry's Wood Creations, thanks Steve and Nikki, bye for now.
You're welcome.
Right,
we'll go. All right guys, have a great week. Speak to you soon, take care, and that don't come out right now. Thank you very much for coming over. Speak to you soon, take care, bye for now.
Bye.
That's all, folks.